Hello, welcome back. This is episode 2, chapter 1 of Spartan Ops. Something that I noticed right away that I didn't really like is that they recycled all of the same levels as last week. So they're different missions, but it's pretty much on the same level. It feels a little lazy to me. At this one, it might look a little different, but it's ripped straight out of the campaign, so it might have not been a Spartan Ops mission, but it's from the campaign. And it feels a little lazy and uncreative to me. I mean, they would have had to recycle eventually because they're going to be doing this every five chapters every week, one episode, 5 chapters every week. So eventually they're going to start recycling, but I didn't like how the very next episode they already started recycling. You'd think they would wait until around episode 4 or 5 before they start showing old maps again, or levels. Maps is more of a multiplayer term. So yeah, I go over here to get a carbine. Covenant don't usually carry battle rifles. For some reason, when I was trying to record chapter 4, the Xbox Live just randomly cut out, and it told me I wasn't connected to Xbox Live. So I turned my Xbox off and turned it back on, and it's working just fine again. I don't know why that randomly happens. At first, I thought it had something to do with Black Ops coming out tonight. Like they were shutting it down for a little bit of maintenance first, but then it came right back on, so that wasn't it. Yeah, on this one I made the same mistake that I made on the last chapter 1. It's funny that I did the same thing twice. I tried playing it by myself to somehow speed up the video, which I didn't really, clearly didn't. I didn't think about it for too long because having more people would make it faster. But in the next two, I do it with 3 other people. They're just random people, as you'll see in the next video. I do matchmaking. I didn't want to have to waste time inviting friends and stuff like that. Right now I'm using my medic class that I use on multiplayer. That light rifle is very powerful. I'm not sure if it's the same power as the DMR or not, but it's definitely up there. They're either tied or one's stronger than the other. But both of them are much stronger than the battle rifle and carbine. And the fact that it has the burst fire and semi-automatic fire is really cool. So right now when you hip fire, it's the burst fire. When you're aiming down the sight, it basically turns into a DMR. It's probably my favorite rifle to use now, just because it takes like 2 different guns and puts them together. So if you want to use it like a battle rifle, you can just hip fire. If you want to use it like a DMR, you aim down the sights. There's the I think it's your regeneration ability. It's kind of like the bubble shield, but instead of blocking incoming bullets, it just puts up a little force field that doesn't block anything, but it heals you inside the circle. It heals you pretty fast too. It instantly starts healing once you walk into it. Taking down those watchers. So I switched to the DMR because it's a strong gun, but I quickly switched it out for a Covenant weapon. I'm not going to find any DMRs to replace the ammo with. It's the best thing to do when you're walking around in the chapters. It's something I did in one of the previous chapters. I think it's chapter 5, where I just ripped off a turret and walked around with that. There's really no reason not to pick it up. And it gives you pretty crazy firepower. It does make you slow though. But for me, that's a pretty good trade-off. Yeah, as you can see, I'm playing it on normal right now. But the less people you have, the harder it is. It's definitely recommended to do this on co-op. Even if you only have one other person with you. It's definitely much easier doing it this way. I could have used that Promethean shield, or the Hardlight shield. But it was really pointless because the thing missed me. Which it never does, so I don't understand what was happening there. Maybe there was a bug. Those things are really annoying to fight.
Just a few to go.
Actually hit it with a fuel rod. It was standing still, so it wasn't that hard to hit.
Area is clear, Commander.
Let's get those AA.
Not only is it harder playing by yourself, but it also takes a lot longer.
There you go, Crimson.
This one took me just about 15 minutes. The other two, the second mission took me 5 minutes, and then the third mission took me 7 minutes. They're not very long missions, but I guess that's good. They're not meant to be long. They're just kind of meant to be short little firefight kind of missions. That's really what Spartan Ops is. It's the replacement to the replacement to Firefight. Some think it's the successor to it. Others don't like it as much as Firefight. Really up for opinion. I'm not sure how I feel about it exactly.
That's both pylons, commit.
Kind of put Firefight and Spartan Ops on the same level. I do like how Spartan Ops gives you an objective though. Then again, I also like the survival-based gameplay. Which is why I like the zombie mode in Black Ops. Or World at War, whichever one. World at War is the one that started it, so might be the best one to use as an example.
Activity nearby. You ready for anything, Crimson?
Crimson could use some resupply.
You got it, Commander.
As you can see, those things take a pretty good amount of damage. Use the railgun, instantly kill it. The railgun's actually really fun to use. It's kind of like using the Spartan laser, but it takes a lot less longer to charge up. probably takes about 2 seconds to charge up, whereas the Spartan laser takes around 4 to 5 seconds.
Prometheans, multiple targets, all directions.
Stay focused, Crimson. Take them down.
Using the railgun again there. But again, as about the railgun, it's not as powerful as the Spartan laser, but it is. Well, it's kind of obvious that it's not as powerful as the Spartan laser. Spartan laser is the strongest handheld gun in all of Halo. But it's more of a infantry Spartan laser. See right there, I go to use it on that thing and it doesn't work. But as I switch weapons right here and shoot it a few times, you can see that it did a lot of damage to it. Mainly the what's it called again? The railgun is used on people. It's one shot to a person and they're dead. But it can also be used on vehicles. It doesn't destroy them, well, depending on how much damage they have. But if you hit a new vehicle with it, one that hasn't been damaged, it'll do a significant amount of damage to it, and it'll probably even kill the driver or one of the passengers in it. It just won't destroy the vehicle. And it'll sometimes knock it over. That's how strong it is. I'm not sure if it has splash damage, like if you can miss by a little and it'll still kill them. I think it'll damage them if you miss, but it won't kill them. I think you have to get a direct hit in order for it to do a kill.
Please.
Another reason not to do this by yourself is, as you can see right here, they're throwing a lot of stuff at me. If you had another person with you, you'd be able to handle it much easier. Again, those watchers being annoying.
Of him, Commander.
And the mission.
Dalton, a ride home for Crimson, please.
You got it, Commander.
Not really get my words out clearly right now.
Commander,
the mission is over, as you can see.
It's the science team investigating where Crimson recovered that.
It's actually a short mission. It would have been a lot shorter if I did it with a co-op partner.
Bearing on their position. They've taken refuge, but they need extraction.
Miller, tell him help's on the way. Dalton, change of plans. Crimson's gonna rescue some eggheads.
So yeah, that's chapter 1. Chapter 2 and 3 will be up in a little bit, but chapter 4 and 5 will probably be up longer from now, because as I was saying, the Xbox Live cut out. It's back now, but I already started making this video before it. So yeah, stick around for the next one.